mga memes na ginagawa sa'yo, anong pakiramdam mo?
Well,
First time it came out.
I don't want them to overdo it because it could create negative reactions to it. Could create a siya na naman. I always dreamed that composers should be given their dues. Not just the recording companies, but they should distribute royalties to them.
Magandang araw, Pilipinas, at sa ating mga kababayan sa ibang bansa. Welcome to Tictalk with Aster, Amoyo. Sa araw na ito, mga kaibigan, ay isa na naman pong special na celebrity ang ating makakakwentuhan. He's considered a music icon, prolific composer, singer, performer, and a successful businessman. Mga kaibigan, ang nag-iisang José Mari Chan!
Thank you, Aster, for having me. It's good to see you after many years.
Likewise.
I was waiting, kailan kaya ako imbitahin ni Aster?
Wow! Baliktad!
Joking.
And here we are now.
Thank you.
Oo.
Thank you for having me.
Nako, it's my pleasure. It's my honor. My God, isang José Mari Chan.
Oh, no.
Guesting on TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Wow. Kumusta ka na, Joe?
I'm fine. I've been busy with work, and especially now that Christmas approaches, a lot of offers to do shows here, shows there, you know. I'm enjoying it because music is God's gift, and I always tell my friends, what you do with that gift of music is your gift back to God. Either you do it for good or for bad, you know, but mostly for good. Because with my music that brings joy to people, wow, serves its purpose. That's the idea.
You're able to manage to sing, to compose, and at the same time, being a successful businessman. Paano mo ito ginagawa?
Well, thanks to my late father. He was the one who trained me for business. You know, he always reminded me, your music is just your hobby, okay? So when it comes to balancing, you have to concentrate more on your business because that's what provides for your family. Music, of course, it's in your blood if you're able to express it. As a matter of fact, I remember when I had a concert at Carnegie Hall in New York City.
Wow.
I didn't know that my father was in the audience. He had not told me. After the show, I was surprised when he showed up at the dressing room. And so I said, Pa, you were here pala. He said, yeah, congratulations. Sabi niya, napuno mo ang Carnegie Hall, ha? Marami kang friends. I said, Pa, sorry, they're called fans. Sabi niya, well, whatever. Sabi niya, but anyway, now that you've made Carnegie Hall, don't you think it's time for you to retire? Oh. So I said, Pa, don't forget, this is just a hobby. One never retires from a hobby.
Pero I remember, your dad was not as supportive. Nagsisimula ka pa
He
lang.
was always supportive.
Oh,
It's
he
just
was.
that, you know, sometimes he would remind me, Tuesday, there's office, where are you? I said, I'm just here. Okay, it's already 2 o'clock. You haven't reported at the office. Yes, 'cause I'm recording. So he would remind me again, why can't you do this on weekend? So that it will not interfere with your work. So little by little, he was able to emphasize the job enough.
Tell us muna, kasi yung music mo talaga, yung passion mo for music started when you were very young.
Oh, yeah.
Kwentuhan mo muna kami doon.
I must have been about 7 or 8 years old that my Lola would always have her radio on. And so all day long, there would be music in the house. So somehow, process of music is in my vein. It's natural, no? Then I would start to hum my own combination of notes until I discovered that I could compose. So I was 13 years old, Aster, when I first wrote my first song.
Wow.
But listening to it now, it's clear that song that I composed was derivative of the popular songs at that time. So eventually, I would graduate from that until I was able to improve it and sharpen my talent a little bit until I came out with Afterglow. That was 1967 when I first did my first single record. If you remember, in 1965, I was a host of a television show called 19ers.
Yes.
On ABS-CBN. Get around 19ers, come around 19ers. I composed that song, that theme song, and then it was in that show where I would sing or expose my original song, and we would get letters. Hey, I like that song, Afterglow. Please sing it again. So that's when, in 1967, private record producer named Sunny Lozano approached me and offered me to do my first single, Afterglow. And the flip side was a song called Pines, a tribute to the pine trees of Baguio. Strange how the pines call out to me. Strange is the spell they have on me. We're at the afterglow
Yes.
of what we both do know as the, you know that song?
First
Yeah.
hit single mo
My
yun.
first hit single,
Yes.
which led to a bigger recording company offering me a contract.
Is this Vicor?
No.
Not yet.
Dyna
Dyna.
Records.
Okay.
The president was James D. Dr. James D. called me to his office and said, "Do you speak Chinese?" I said, "Yes." So we spoke in Chinese. And then he asked me, "Do you have other compositions like Afterglow?" I said, "Sure. Can I hear them?" So I played. And he chose about 12 songs. Came out with my first LP, long playing record, vinyl, called Deep in My Heart, which became a major hit for me. Deep in my heart, I love
Another
you.
lovely song. Another hit song.
Deep in my heart, 1968.
A year after.
Then I came out with my first LP. I still have a copy of that on a CD and also the vinyl.
Kompleto ka ba ng mga albums mo?
Yes,
I
Aster.
remember it's about 14 solo albums and you have about 22 collab albums. Di ba? Ganun karami po yun. But of course, ito yung may tatawag nating mga classic hits na talagang up to this day, sa mga bagong henerasyon, hindi makakalimutan. Of course,
But people have now forgotten Afterglow.
I don't think
does that
so.
go? Deep in my heart. Except people of our
yeah,
age.
yes.
But the young ones, Deep in my heart? How does that go? And then I sing it, not familiar. But their parents know that song.
Yes.
And occasionally radio stations would play it.
Who is the musically inclined in your family?
Well, my mother played the piano. Then her mother, bali my lola, hailed from Cebu. She came from a musically inclined family because she had a brother, Fernando Alfon. The Cebuanos would know that name
Yes,
because
yes.
he was a film director in the 50s and he also composed a few Cebuano songs. And when I do concerts in Visayan-speaking regions, invariably I would sing those songs.
Meron ka naman pala talagang pinagmanahan as far as your
And I
music talent is concerned.
Yeah, I always give credit to my grandmother and her siblings that were musically inclined. And my mother loved to play the piano. My father also would sing in the bathroom. Yeah,
Pero yun nga, you started composing when you were 13.
13.
Nagsunod-sunod na yung pagkukompose mo when you were 14 and 15
Yes.
hanggang sa nagkaedad-edad ka na. Pero ang nakakatuwa lang kasi sa'yo, you're so romantic in terms of lyrics of
Yeah.
your music.
I'm by nature a romantic fool. Influenced by Hollywood films that I watched, poetry that I read, and I'm a Pisces. So they say that Pisceans are really romantic.
Napansin ko lang sa mga compositions mo, parang hindi ka nag-compose kahit kailan ng isang Tagalog song. All in English.
No, I've had many Tagalog songs,
yeah?
but usually the lyrics will be written by others.
Okay.
One of the most famous Tagalog songs that I wrote, that I composed is Hahanapin ko.
Oh my God, Anthony Castello.
ang tatangtihan
Ikaw yun?
mo Pag nalayo sa'yo. I composed the melody.
Oh,
And
but the lyrics
Jimmy
was-
Santiago wrote the lyrics.
Oo.
And then, minsan pa magkatagpong muli, minsan pa kung ako'y swertehin, asa ko'y wala namang kundi. Rolando Tino wrote
Oh, yeah.
the lyrics.
Oh my God.
And I wrote the melody.
Napaka-prolific Tagalog, ano?
Mamang sorbetero,
Mr.
anong
Songwriter.
alam mo?
Yeah.
Tinda mong ice cream, gustong gusto ko.
Pero still, it was not you who did the lyrics.
No.
Composition, yes.
Because I'm an Ilonggo, so I'm
Yeah.
not very poetic when it comes to Tagalog.
Yes, right.
And then the Apo Hiking Society sang my Siya'y magandang dalaga na hindi basta-basta kapag iyong makita, di ka maniniwala. Mga
Wow, another hit
kalalakihan
song.
kapag dumadaan tinitignan.
Ganda-ganda,
Mukha niya
no?
parang reyna, ang kutis porselana, bewang parang botelya, hindi nakakasawa, Miss Universe ang forma, kapag matignan ka, tunaw ka na. Ha? Ha?
When you write a song, or when you compose a song, alam mo na yung kwento, alam mo na yung storya
Yes, yes.
na susulat mo.
Yeah, Rick Manrique sang one of my songs that I composed for a Lino Broca film. It was for a movie, so I
Okay.
wrote the melody.
Okay.
And since it had to be Tagalog, we had to get somebody to write the lyrics.
Oo. Anong movie to?
Cadena de Amor.
Oh,
Ang pag-ibig kung minsan
Yes.
maiwagang ang tunay.
Pag nilalagyan na ng Tagalog lyrics, anong pakiramdam mo? Nakukuha ba nila yung,
Yeah.
the concept that you
Rick
want?
Manrique pa?
Yes, yes, yeah. King of Kundiman.
Yeah, he also did the lyric song I composed for Celso Ad Castillo. Do you remember the name?
Of course, of
Lino
course.
Broca, Celso Ad Castillo,
Right.
Nestor Torre.
Yes,
Those are
yes.
directors that I did music for.
Yes.
Ang Gangster at ang Birhen
Oh.
was a movie of Celso Ad Castillo.
Mm-hmm.
Naghihintay sa iyong pagdating, gabit araw.
May pagka-sexy yung movie na yun eh.
I still have recordings of those.
Oo.
And they're part of my development as a composer because I was challenged to write music that sounded like kundiman. Dari-dara, darari-dara.
Kasi inabutan mo rin yung era na yun eh, di ba?
Yes.
When you write a song, ano usually ang nagiging inspirasyon mo?
Well, when it comes to movies, I want to know the synopsis, the story of the movie. Then I get my inspiration. Sometimes I don't get to see the whole movie. I just meet the stars. Hilda Coronel, and she inspired me already to write a song for her.
Sa dinami-dami na ng mga classic hits, I would consider them classic hits. Because
Thank you.
up to this day, up to this generation, kinakanta at alam na alam ng lahat.
Although I wish that people will also sing, Fancy Meeting You.
I love that song.
Alone in the
I love that
crowd,
song. Can we just
couldn't
stop
help but
and talk a
notice
while?
Your smile.
I love that song.
Yeah, but they don't sing
Even
that anymore.
refrain, I love refrain.
Memories of you follow everywhere I go, down the high and byways of my days.
Di ba?
Music of your laughter fills my every dream like a love song from long ago.
Yung inspirasyon mo ba, bukod sa paligid mo, ibinabase mo na rin ito sa personal experience mo or
Yes.
just yung mga surroundings
Personal
mo?
experience. Like, for
Personal
example,
experience.
when they made a movie called Cherry Blossom,
Yeah.
and Leia Productions invited me to compose the theme. Of course, I had to expose myself to Japanese music. I came out with Cherry blossoms in the spring of your life, tender and elusive as the joys of your life. Da 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 da, dang 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 dang, dong dee do dee da da da, ding ding dang ding dang dang dong dang dang. See, it has to have that Japanese feel.
Yes. Of course, pag naririnig yung mga kanta mo, halimbawa, Beautiful Girl,
A Beautiful Girl was already 1990.
kasabay halos ng Christmas song mo.
Yes, but after Refrain, which was 74, meron pa kong ibang kanta eh. Like, tell me your name.
Oh yes, of course.
You're
Of
lovely.
course.
Please tell me your
Yes,
name.
yes, yes. Is this the reason kung bakit madali mong napaibig ang yung wife na si Mary Ann?
I did write a lot of songs for her. Songs
Like?
that were never aired.
Like what song?
A moment's dream come true.
Pero never recorded?
It was recorded,
It was
of course,
recorded,
but never plugged on radio.
Okay.
We never said a word, and yet we knew it's more than just a moment's dream come true. Though it's all too soon to believe this flame would last, still we wish we never had to ask.
Pero sayang, no?
I wrote that song for her. Also, Refrain was for her. I look out and I see the
I love that
rain
song. I tell you, I
as it
love that
falls
song.
on
Yes.
my window pane.
Oo, di ba?
I composed one anniversary song. We're all just merely passing through, doing what we can do in our lifetime.
Oh, yes.
As for me, there's only one dream, and that's to love you, my love, with a love to last a lifetime.
Oh, isa pa yan.
Which
no?
became a theme song
Yes.
of a teleserye. And ABS-CBN also used another song of mine for a teleserye.
Love to Last.
I love to last a lifetime, but the other
Yes.
one was, if you love me like you tell me, please be careful with
Oh my
my
God.
heart.
Ginawang titulo yon ng isang hit TV series which even launched the Love Team, Jody Santa Maria
Please
at
be
saka
careful.
Richard Yap.
Yes.
Diba? And then A Love to Last.
Was Ian Veneracion,
Veneracion.
with Bea Alonso.
Yeah, with Bea Alonso. But all the songs, lahat ng mga hit songs mo, halos lahat
They
na
were
andun.
featured and Ian sang it,
Right.
no?
Yes. Ang maganda kay Ian kasi, he sings and he
Yeah.
plays the guitars.
I've only met him once. I've never met Bea Alonso. One day, I hope to meet you, Bea.
Wow. Bea, and of course, Ian. Be careful with my heart. Grabe. I mean, it was even like experimental yon TV series that comes prior to the noontime show. Bibihira ang TV series in the morning.
Yes.
Usually it's in the afternoon, pati prime time. They just made it a try.
Yeah.
Nag-hit.
I remember there was another song that I wrote. I was hoping that one of the channels would pick it up and use it for a teleserie, no? Because it's a song of a young girl who's about to get married and she's asking permission from her dad. Sing me your song again, Daddy. Sing me that lullaby. You know that song?
Right.
Sing me your song again, Daddy.
Yes, yes.
That's also one of my favorite compositions. But too bad it was never really promoted extensively. I am standing at the threshold of a chapter in my life. I am asking for your blessing as I'm about to be the wife of a man I know who loves me, and I'm proud to be his bride. Dad, the time has come for me to leave your side. You don't know that song?
Parang the
Lullaby.
melody, I am a bit familiar.
Yeah,
Oh.
one of my favorite songs.
Pwede ba yun kasi sa bagong platform natin ngayon, di ba? Spotify, everything. YouTube. Hindi mo pwedeng i-re-upload, oh, it's all there now.
Well, it's all there, like that song, Sing Me Your Song Again, Daddy.
Oo.
I'm sure it's available on YouTube.
Okay.
Hahanapin Ko is certainly, there's a version by Lea Salonga, Hahanapin Ko, with a full orchestra. Beautiful version, arranged by the brother, Gerard Salonga. And she would sing it in her concerts all over the world. Beautiful rendition of Hahanapin Ko.
In 1995, you left for the US.
No, I left for the US in 1975.
Oh, in 1975 pala, I'm sorry.
During the
Yeah,
martial law
right,
years.
yeah, right. 1975, and then you stayed there for 11 years.
Ah,
Di ba?
well researched.
Yeah, you
Aster?
just came back in 1986.
Yes, after
So
the revolution,
Yes.
I came back.
Yeah. Pero what did you do, aside from running your family business in the US, yung talent mo as a composer, as a songwriter, as a singer?
I would send songs to the Philippines for other artists to sing.
Okay.
Like Joey Albert recorded during the time I was in the States. I sent her a song which she recorded. I remember the boy,
Oh my,
but I
yes.
don't
Of
remember the
course.
feeling
Of course.
anymore.
Oh, it was under us, Octo Arts. I was with
Yeah,
Octo Arts
she
then.
recorded that song.
Yes. It was also a hit song.
A hit song,
Yes.
thank God.
Wow.
But of course, they did not identify it as my song. I mean, it was sung by Joey Albert.
I didn't even know.
They just
until now.
presumed that it was Joey Albert who composed it.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
There were other younger artists who sang your songs. Si Christian Bautista did the whole album.
An album of my songs, like cover versions.
Is he the only one na gumawa ng cover?
I think so, as far
Diba?
as I know.
Siya kasi lahat eh. 100% content ng kanyang album ay makanta mo. Did he ask permission or paano?
Yes, of course,
Oo.
they would always ask permission. And then they would give me royalties.
Alam mo, ang maganda siguro sa'yo nito na kahit huminto ka na ng pagkukompose at pagsusulat, I mean, continuous ang royalties. Patuloy yan kasi, di ba?
Sana, yeah.
Why sana?
No, I mean, because I always dreamed that composers should be given their dues.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
not just the recording companies, but they should distribute royalties to them. Because after all, they're the ones who created these songs.
Not because you're a very successful businessman. Kung tutuusin, let's say, just depending on your music, the songs that you composed, the songs that you sang, will be more than enough for you to survive. Kasi in the States, di ba?
Yes.
Ganun sa America.
Well, you have the global market
Yeah.
for the US songs, but
Right.
in the Philippines, it's only just, although I do concerts all over the US, Europe. In fact, this year I'm going to do a concert in Qatar.
Wow. 1990.
1990 was when I came out with Christmas in Our Hearts. And it was because my 1989 album, Constant Change, which had Beautiful Girl, Please Be Careful With My Heart, No Rewind, No Replay, My Girl, My Woman, My Friend. Remember that song?
Yes.
Became monster hits. The record producer, Universal Records, suggested in 1990, Joe, in order to strike the iron while it's hot, to take advantage of the success of Constant Change, Beautiful Beautiful Girl and all those songs. Why don't we come out with a Christmas album? Oh nga, no, I never thought of that. Can you come up with a Christmas album? I said, well, how much time do we have? We still have 3 months to go. So, okay, well, the first thing that I did was to collect Christmas songs that I grew up with. You know, that Nat King Cole song, Little Christmas Tree, no one to buy you, you know, and all those Christmas. And they said, no, but we need an original Christmas song. So I said, okay.
3 months?
Yeah, let me think. And then I remember a good friend of mine named Chari Cruz Sarate, may she rest in peace, she has passed away, had asked me to set to music a poem that she wrote for her class. They were going to have their alumni homecoming. And the poem was in Tagalog. It's called Ang Tubig Ay Buhay. Wow.
Malalim, ah.
Joe, please. You know, right? So I said, okay. Yung melody is, Ang tubig ay buhay. They liked it, they sang it in their homecoming, but after that, of course, the song was shelved. Then in 1990, when the record producer asked me to come up with a Christmas album, I remember that melody. I said, hey, I can use that because it sounds catchy enough. Da 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 dee da, da 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 dee da da. So I prayed to the Holy Spirit, give me the inspiration to write meaningful Christmas lyrics to that melody. I really prayed very hard. So one Sunday morning, coming out from church, there was a young lady who ran after me and then she knocked on the window. Yes, said, Mr. Chan, my name is Rina Caniza.
Oh yes,
Yes.
another composer.
It's my dream one day to collaborate with you because I also write songs. I said, okay, Rina, sure. Thank you. Maybe let me call her to see. So she came to the house and I said, do you write lyrics? She said, yes, of course. Okay, I have this melody which I used for Ang Tubig Ay Buhay, and I sang it to her. We recorded on a cassette. She liked the melody. So she and I co-wrote the lyrics to Whenever I see girls and boys selling lanterns
I know
on the
Risa.
street.
Yeah.
It's like God answered my prayer. And I prayed to the Holy Spirit, please inspire me. You know, when you think of it, that song came from nowhere, no? When I presented that song to the record producer, she said, well, no offense meant, but it sounds too much like a Christian song. I said, what's wrong with that? Christmas is a Christian feast. What's wrong with that? He said, no, but you're known for your romantic songs. Can you come up with a romantic Christmas song? We have 2 months to go. So I came up with, my idea of a perfect Christmas is to spend it with you. She said, yeah. When I finished that song, it needed someone to sing duet with me. So I called Lea Salonga.
Yes.
And Lea Salonga said, sure, Tito, I'll do it for you. But her recording company said, no, you cannot record for a competing label. Oh my goodness. So I called up Monique Wilson. Monique Wilson was the understudy.
Yes,
sa
Miss Saigon.
Miss Saigon. Monique Wilson liked the melody, liked the song. She said, yes, Tito, I'll do it. So I learned it. When do we record? I said, Tuesday next week. Okay, good. So she learned it. Sunday night, she calls me and says, Tito Joe, who's this? This is Monique. Monique Wilson? Yeah. I lost my voice.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
over the weekend, sorry, I cannot do the recording. Nako, the recording is set on Tuesday. Whom do I ask? My wife, Marianne, said, why don't you get Lisa, your daughter? Remember, she came out in local production. She had a beautiful voice. So I went to her room. She was studying for her exam. Liz, can you learn this song? What song is it? It's a Christmas song that I wrote. Okay, sure. When do you need it? Sana, we'd like to record it this Tuesday. What? So she had to learn it. The song was simple enough. So we went into the studio and the rest is history.
Ilang taon si Lisa noon?
At that time, maybe she was
16?
or 18 or something like that. And that was the hit song, Christmas in Our Heart. And until now, it's sung every year. It's on radio. People sing it.
And it surpassed all your other
Thank
hits.
God.
Repetitious ito eh. Kasi every time dumarating ang bear months
Yeah.
in the Philippines, andyan na naman yung...
So people have forgotten deep in my heart,
Oo.
Afterglow, tell me your name. Can we just stop and
Yes.
talk a while?
Yes.
Remember that song?
Yeah, of course.
Fancy meeting you.
Yes! Sabi ko nga, isa yun sa mga
alone in
gusto
the
kong
crowd.
kanta eh. Yes.
Couldn't.
Yun at saka refrain, yun ang mga gusto ko.
Can We Just Stop and Talk a While was a finalist in the World Popular Song Festival in Tokyo.
Yes.
And I remember I sang it there. And my parents were at the audience and it lost. The song lost.
You represented the Philippines at that time.
You know, Aster, twice I lost in the Metro Pop.
Talaga?
Minsan pa magkatagpong muli. First Metropop, it lost. It didn't even make
Sinong kasabay nun na nanalo?
Kay ganda ng ating musika. That was the winner.
Haji Alejandro.
That was the winner. Minsan pa lost.
Oo.
And then 2 years later, I joined again. Hahanapin ko.
Anthony Castello.
It lost again.
May purpose actually, di ba? Because like, nagiging hit siya sa ibang okasyon. Not for the song festival. May reason.
May kapalit.
May kapalit lahat yun. Tuwing pumapasok kasi yung bare months, I mean, let's face it, in the Philippines kasi, we celebrate parang the longest Christmas all over the world. Di ba?
Yes,
OA
indeed.
tayo, may pagka-OA tayo.
September pa lang.
September pa lang, basta pagpasok ng bare months. But in your case, sorry ha, naging simbolo ka na ng Christmas.
Well, thank God, but I
Oo.
should not be the symbol of Christmas because there's really only one symbol of Christmas, and that's the baby Jesus.
Yes.
His birth.
Yes.
It should not be anybody else but our Lord Jesus Christ. The baby Jesus
Alam mo,
in the manger.
I wouldn't even argue or question kasi marami na ang nagsasabi na you are the father
No.
of Philippine Christmas music because of your monster hit, matatawag natin, the biggest hit actually, surpassing all your past hits, including Be Careful with My Heart. It's time na dumarating ang bare months na andyan yung Christmas in our hearts.
Thank God for that.
Yung mga memes na ginagawa sa'yo, anong pakiramdam mo? The first time it came out.
They're using the same picture every year. I'm complimented, but I don't want them to overdo it because it could create negative reactions to it. Instead of being nice and positive, but it could create a siya na naman.
On the contrary, no.
Well,
Aminin mo man ito o hindi, you are the symbol of course, Filipino Christmas. The mere fact na ginagawa nilang meme yung sumisilip ka hanggang sa nabubuo na. Di ba? The first time it happened, anong pakiramdam mo?
I felt flattered, complimented, but I always say, don't let that take away from the real symbol of Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not Santa Claus, not José Mari Chan, but our baby Jesus being born.
Yes. Anong naging impact nito kay Lisa when the song became an instant hit?
And it's perfect because father and daughter singing a Christmas song. In a way, I'm happy because it was a father-daughter tandem and it wasn't Lea Salonga or it wasn't Sherry Hill or
Not Monique
Wilson,
Oo.
you know.
You also considered Sherry Hill?
No, Sherry Hill recorded my song,
Yes.
Sing Me Your Song Again, Daddy.
There's another Christmas song aside from...
Perfect Christmas.
Yes, oo.
My idea of a perfect Christmas is to spend it with you in a party or dinner for two. Anywhere would do.
Yeah, it also became a hit, but not as much as a Christmas in our hearts.
Thank God.
Ang ganda pala ng kwento nung papaano ito nabuo.
Yes,
Di ba?
from the time of Ang Tubig Ay Buhay to...
Kung tutuusin, may challenge din sa'yo. Kasi parating hindi natutuloy eh.
Diba?
Mas lalong nagkaroon ng kakaibang meaning
Yes,
yung song.
amen.
Yeah, because it's the father and the daughter singing together for a Christmas song.
Yes.
With the success of Christmas in our hearts. Tapos syempre, hindi lang naman yun ang hit song mo.
I came up with another Christmas album about maybe 12 years, 10 years ago. It's called Going Home to Christmas. 22 new songs. But of course, the game has changed. I mean, nobody buys CDs, nobody buys records anymore.
Have you stopped composing?
Because kasi wala nang demand for it. Unlike before, there would be Universal Records, Vicor, JPL,
Octo
different
Arts,
companies,
Dyna,
Octo Arts. And
yeah.
do you have a new song? Can you know, I have an artist, I need a composition. So wala na eh. I want to encourage composers. God gave you that gift. Use it. But then, so, no, where can I expose my songs? Who's going to be interested in my songs?
But there are new music platforms like Spotify. Ang kaibahan lang nun, walang physical copy. Pero ito, meron pa rin. May outlet ka pa rin.
Yeah.
Don't stop writing.
Correct.
Oo.
That's why I'm always encouraging composers. You have that gift in you, use it. In the beginning, your music would sound derivative, but no, try again and again, until you come up with something original.
What was your last composition?
The last composition that I had was for mga jingles because I've been endorser to several products, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Ang hindi ko makakalimutan na ano mo, although commercial ito ha, sana mag-advertise. Remember yung Nor?
And there are Chinese soups, but there is nothing like no real Chinese soup. Nor is one of a kind, nor is the best you can find, nor is easy to cook, just add 1 egg.
Di ba? Alam na alam yan ng mga bata
And
eh,
it
di ba?
sounds Chinese.
Si-
Dong,
si-
dong, ding, ding. No real Chinese. Good, huh? There is nothing like no real Chinese soup.
I think it was a hit jingle that
Yeah.
you made, di ba?
And then I
Oo.
also did Sa lasa't lasa, walang tatalo sa Alaska.
Oh, yes.
It's tastier, creamier, Alaska keeps longer.
Ayan, marami tayong advertiser. So, and then,
Alaska.
of course, you also did a jingle for Philippine Airlines.
Ta 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 ta. Love at 30,000 feet.
Yes.
Dreaming of love while cruising at high
It's still being played up to
altitude.
now, di ba?
Dreaming of making... No, they don't play it anymore. And then I wrote, long after your phone call has faded away, long after your warm hello has dimmed, no one throws a Hallmark card away.
Oh my.
No one throws
Di ba,
away
memories?
memories. Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Greeting cards.
Di ba? And of course, yung mga independent songs talaga na, you know,
For people who are special in our lives, they deserve a special glow. The glow of Christmas cheers from the gifts right here at Uniqlo.
yan, bago-bago pa yan.
Oh.
You remain grounded. From day one that I met you or nakilala ka ng publiko as José Mari Chan, you're still the same person. Hindi nagbago,
Yeah.
napaka-approachable, napaka-simpleng tao. What's in you? Who is José Mari Chan na hindi nila alam?
No, I'm naturally warm and friendly to people. When people, even in the street, when they ask me, can we have a picture? I never say no. Smile and thank you. And then,
Kaya nga yun ang memory sa'yo ng mga tao eh. Ay, ang bait-bait niya, di ba? Usually, but I
no, I
never
never
heard
say
of-
no. I always accommodate.
Yeah. Like what I mentioned earlier, sino si José Mari Chan na hindi nila alam?
I'm a father of 5 and a grandfather of 9
Oh.
grandchildren.
So, ilan kay Lisa?
She has 3.
I met the boy, ang gwapo-gwapo.
Yeah.
Oo, oo.
Joe has 4,
Oh.
and then my other son has 2. Total of 9 grandchildren. And they call me Lolo.
So, ano mas ini-enjoy mo ngayon? Your kids or your
Yeah.
grandchildren?
Both. I can see, like some of my children also compose, but I feel bad lang that walang avenues for their songs to be sung.
There still is. Like what you said, iba lang talaga ang platform ngayon. Pero
Yeah.
pa ring outlet.
Not like before,
Oh,
no?
yes. Different
You know,
na,
you
magkakaiba.
come up with an album, you appear on ABS-CBN, GMA TV to promote it. You have autograph signing. They buy the records and then you autograph them.
May launches pa yan kung saan-saan, di ba?
This November, Repertory Philippines is going to come out with a musical called Going Home to Christmas.
Uy, ang ganda.
Okay?
Oo.
Several vignettes.
Okay.
All international airport, balikbayan's coming home for Christmas.
Yes.
And they're going to use 14 of my original songs. Mga old songs of mine. I know Can We Just Stop and Talk a While will be there. Beautiful Girl will be there. No Rewind, No Replay will be there.
Refrain.
Refrain
Tell
will
me
be
your
there.
name.
Yeah.
How about a musical? of
Well,
yours?
I've been thinking of coming out with a musical. I already have the story and the theme, but I haven't
Ang ganda
sat down
nun.
to,
Ang ganda nun.
to write it. Yeah. But I already have the story in mind.
Na-imagine ko na. It's going to be a big, big, big hit. And make it soon, sana.
Before I get
Oh,
older.
No, yeah, that's why. Habang naandyan ka pa para mag-participate ka, even your children. Yun na siguro ang pinaka-ultimate. I don't know if you
Yeah.
agree with me.
I'd like to
Diba?
finish it, yeah.
Any plans? Of course, matagal-tagal ka na rin hindi nagko-compose ng bagong kanta. I am saddened.
I still do concerts,
Of course.
whether it's
Oh.
Christmas time or not. I
Yes.
do concerts all over the Philippines.
Okay.
And as I said, in many parts of the world. Like last February, I did 5 cities in the US. 2 months before that, I did 5 cities in Canada. I've done shows in Japan, done shows in England, Norway.
How about a major concert in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, yeah, no one has asked me yet. But concerts like, Naga, Cebu, Iloilo.
In a bigger venue like Araneta
Well,
Coliseum.
I've done Valentine shows in major hotels here in Metro Manila.
If you say Araneta, I think Martin Rivera is coming up with one this September. Isa sa mga pinapangarap ko for you, sana if you can come up up with a major concert in a major venue just like Araneta or MOA Arena. Di ba yung mga ganun? Kasi maraming ma-accommodate, mas maraming tao. Commercial price, isa yun sa pangarap ko para sa'yo. José Mari Chan. I think kayang-kaya nito punuin ang isang Araneta Coliseum. You know? And then of course, ang idea ko José Mari Chan concert. Pero ang mga guest mo will be singing your songs. If you can get Sharon Cuneta, get Martin, Regine Velasquez. Alam mo, ini-imagine ko lang, ang ganda-ganda siguro.
Regine Velasquez recorded one of my songs, Prom D. Have you heard it?
Yes, parang ano din to sa movie.
Yeah.
Yung
Laki ako sa baryo ko'y sadyang from the province at hindi nga from the city.
Pero what I can only ask you is don't stop writing songs.
Yeah, okay.
Parang it balances you. You're a very, very busy person as a businessman. Sabi mo nga sa daddy mo,
It's just a hobby.
This is just a hobby, di ba? Kung i-rewind ang buhay mo, José Mari, anong gusto mong balikan?
When I review my life, I think I made the right decisions all the way, which has led me to where I am. There's nothing that I want to change. And I'm very fortunate. My wife and I are married 54 years this year.
Wow.
You know, we've been blessed with 9 grandchildren, 5 children. I'm very grateful, and every day I give thanks to God for His gift of life, for His gift of good health, for His gift of family, my children, my grandchildren, my business, and my music, which has allowed me to touch people's lives. Diba? Because you can be a businessman, you touch your employees' lives, but if you're a composer,
universal
you
yun.
reach the smallest of the barrios.
And how do you want to be remembered?
For my songs. And I want to be remembered as a good father
You are.
and a good lolo.
Lolo. How do you manage being a singer-performer at the same time running a business?
No, of course you have to have priorities. Between the business and the music, unahin mo muna yung business.
Pero nababalanse mo. And of course, being a family man as well. Wala naman nagsasuffer.
Wala
naman so far. Ina-accept mo lang itong concert or shows kung...
Hindi naman to everyday
Okay. Kaya nababalanse mo siya. Mensahe mo sa milyong-milyong tagahanga mo.
Well, thank you very much for appreciating my song. And I appreciate it that my songs have touched your lives one way or the other. And for those composers out there, don't give up the gift. Use it because God gave that to you for your use to benefit others. So make them happy. Bring them tears of joy. Compose songs that will touch people's lives because that's the gift that God has given you. He did not give that to 70 million other people, only to you.
And of course, your Christmas message to everyone.
Yeah, my Christmas message is the spirit of Christmas is giving and sharing. I say that in my songs. Those of us who have been blessed abundantly, why don't we share those blessings with many of our brothers and sisters out there who are in need? Share your blessings. That's what gives meaning to life.
Maraming salamat sa Pandan Asian Cafe. Dennis, of course, Roland, and Alvin. Ever Belena, Hello Glow, Beauty Derm, Eris Beauty Care, Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Doc Rob's Wellness Supplements, R&A Events Place by Richie Ang, Asia Slashes, Sugar White by Sugar Mercado, Nessa Celia Salon for my hair and makeup, Gandang Rick Reyes, Most View from Japan, Memoy.ph, Silpal Joy Furnitures. Maraming salamat Charles Solano of Solano Hotel, Colorete Clothing by Bebot Santos, Dr. M. Sevilla of Vine Aesthetics, Shinagawa LASIK and Aesthetics Center, Shinagawa Diagnostic and Preventive Care Center, Neola Nail and Spa, Manila Bulletin, Studio Manila, Tokyo Grill Tomas Morato, Mesa Tomas Morato, The Red Meat Shawarma. Maraming salamat, Chef John. And if I may, can I request a few lines of the song Christmas in Our Hearts? Kahit wala si Lisa.
Yeah. In every prayer and every song, the community unites, celebrating the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ. Let love like that starlight on that first Christmas morn lead us back to the manger where Christ the child was born.
With that, maraming salamat sa iyo, Joe.
Thank you din sa iyo, Aster, for inviting me
Thank you for this opportunity at napakarami mong pinasaya sa pagkakataong ito.
You're
Salamat.
most welcome, and thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts, my views, and my music with your audience.
And with that, Joe, thank you so much mga kaibigan. Huwag niyo pong kakaligtaan mag-subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell icon of TikTok with Aster Amoyo every Tuesday and Friday, 12 noon. Mga kaibigan, hanggang sa muli. Dito lamang po sa TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Bye for now, and God bless us all.